Dion, what are you doing? See where our buddy is. What are you up to, you little bugger? What are you doing? Is it bedtime? Hey? Well, it's not quite bedtime, to be honest, but...
Is the best in the world. You should get facial. They thought you were my dad.
It takes some time to turn down that telly, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think batteries might need changing. Do you know what this looks like?
What?
Cassandra.
What is it?
No, this.
Oh, he does, yeah.
Guten Morgen, guten Morgen, guten Morgen. We could do a vlog and say this is baby Cassandra. They're all putting them on.
Are they?
Guten Morgen, guten Morgen. Day, 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 day. Guten Morgen. We're just going to have a ride out, aren't we, on the Scootex? See what's going off.
We've had a few people on our vlogs and stuff who has privately messaged us, kind of saying about what we say about our life and stuff like that. Buddy, stop it. Every time we record,
He knows.
and it's like, I did a live today on my Facebook, and I was saying on Facebook, you know, that this life, van life's not for everybody. It's not. You're limited space. You know, you're finding somewhere to park up at night, and whether it's safe or it's not safe. Sometimes you're sleeping with one eye open. You know, fortunately the dogs have got really, really good ears. I only need somebody to walk outside at van, and they're straight up. They're both sat up and they're listening, and then they're giving that little bit of a, and I tell them that I've heard it, you know, and then they'll shut up. But it's not for everybody. It's not.
Why what the pup? Right, see?
Well, just, you know, people were just putting that, you know, they'd like to do what we do. And,
Oh, I see. I thought you meant something
you know,
negative.
and stuff like that. We've been doing it for a year now. On the 18th of February,
God, we have,
which
yeah.
has just gone, was the day that
yeah.
Cheska died. When Cheska died, we got back from the vets.
This is Cheska. She sits in front there, look.
Cheska was too big to come in the motorhome. There was just no space at all. So,
she got bladder problems as well. See,
she had, but she'd never really been in motorhome. Only when we were picking her up, and we'd put her down this centre aisle here. And that would be just because we would have had no space at all.
Well, she'd have found it hard to turn around, to be honest.
Yeah. So fortunately, one of the staff down at the pub, she was really happy to have her, and so she'd have her on the weekends, and we'd go off, and sometimes we'd be away 4 or 5 days, and she were happy to have her with her son, and they loved her. And we always said when Cheska had gone, we'd look at van life. And then sadly she passed away on the 18th of February last year. And when we got back from the vets, I just said to Dale, load motorhome up, let's go. And we did, didn't we?
Yeah, I didn't realise it. Well, obviously it was a year, because it was here yesterday.
And we did, and we loaded motorhome up, and we left. Went back to house. Obviously we kept popping back to the house to make sure that it were all okay and stuff, and you know, get rid of cobwebs and things. But the house just sat empty for March, April, May, June, July, August, September until October. 8 months it sat empty for. We didn't sleep in there at all, and that's how we really got into van life. And we've enjoyed it since, haven't we?
We have.
You know,
we don't miss an house.
We don't miss an house. If you need your own space, you go into the bedroom and shut door, and you can shut yourself in there. And you know, so there's times when we don't even say it to each other, and Dale will just go and lay on bed. I'll lay on the sofa here. I'll do some kind of editing or whatever. Dale will probably fall asleep. And, you know, where with some relationships it's an issue and you kind of, oh, you've just gone to sleep and left me for 3 hours. It's not like that with, you know, if he wants to have a lay down, have a sleep, he goes and has a sleep or whatever. If I want to sleep, I have a sleep. There's plenty of hours in the day to be with each other. You know, so, and then we decided we'll come over to Benidorm and do 3 months in Benidorm. So now we kind of, we went to London for 5, nearly 6 weeks in October. And we came back for the month of December to Yorkshire. I did my gigs and Dale did some work. And then off we went on the 1st of January over to Benidorm, and we love it here. So even though we don't want residency, we decided that we're going to do 3 months on, 3 months off. So
well, it works well, doesn't it? Because basically come here for 3 months and then go back and work for 3 months,
yeah,
and then come back here for 3 months.
do note for 3 months.
And well, I mean, we can go anywhere really, but we've obviously chose to come back.
Yeah, some people would say,
Usually,
like, Benidorm? Why would you want to go to Benidorm?
well, when we first said we were going to come across, and you said Benidorm, I was like, of all the places, we're going to Benidorm. You must be joking. But we love it now, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, I do now. You knew you'd have liked it anyway, but it wasn't my top at list. But there's a bit of everything. You can go on Strip, you can go to side Spanish bars, you can go to Old Town, you can go to Albia, you can go to Finistrat. So that you've got a best of both. And the only thing is, there's just something going off all the time, so it's hard to. It is.
But
hard,
I don't think there's anywhere.
It is hard to stay in.
I don't think there's anywhere that there's nowhere holiday destinations that would have as much entertainment on.
I've never known
as
it like
Benidorm.
it. It's just constant.
There must be. Well, there's if you go for like
Thousands of
even
shows
if you
a
just
night.
go for Western on like a Saturday, it starts at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
3, I think.
And is it? And they're on every hour until 2 in the morning, and that's just one bar. And in Benidorm, there's got to be 60, 70, 80 bars.
Oh God, no, there's more than that.
And
There's hundreds.
no, for entertainment.
No, there's hundreds. Even smaller venues. I mean, look at out front.
And
Hotels.
so there's just acts absolutely everywhere.
I've never known it
Just
like
constantly.
It's just everywhere, and
so
it's all free.
and it's all
You don't
free.
have to pay.
Yeah,
And
it's going to cost you a bit when you go to the entertainment venues.
Well-
you know, they've got to make the money somewhere.
Yeah.
And as a trouble-wise,
We ain't seen none.
we ain't seen
I mean,
nothing.
don't get.
I've not seen nothing at all.
You probably are going to come across it at some point, but you've only got to go to Barnsley Town Centre,
Well, there
or
is-
Wakefield, or Leeds, and
Yeah.
I bet you'll see 4 scraps a night.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we ain't seen none here. But we keep out it way at bars that
This is when she's getting good. She's starting to sit next to the door now.
she can't need out. She's been.
Well, she's sitting back door, so you talk to the people and I'll just take her out. Come on, chicken pie. Let's just let you out. Come on, baby.
Go for wee wee.
Come on, baby girl. Oh, wee wee.
Yeah, she does let us know now. She stands at the mat.
Good.
Buddy, you kind of tell he jumps on you and tells you. You just know he stares at you, so you know he wants something. Usually it's a biscuit.
Good girl.
She done out.
Yeah, good one.
Oh, she has. No, we're wrong.
Come on, baby girl. In you go. There's a good
She's
girl.
back. Oop.
She is good.
So look at our boo-boo.
She's getting better.
Where's our boo-boo? Our boo-boo. Hmm? Say hello. Say hello. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Kisses. Boo-boo.
He
Give
knows
a kiss.
he's on camera.
Kiss a kiss. Give me kisses. Kisses. Bobo. Kiss. Bobo. Give me a kiss.
You give your papa a kiss.
kiss.
Go on.
Kissy kiss.
Go
Kissy
on.
kiss. Kisses. Oh, good boy.
Took some time, that.
Bloody hell, he used to give me more time. I might just have a little tot.
Another one.
I'm the mirror one of us.
You're putting red wine in fridge.
Yeah.
File.
You can have it either or. Ain't it big?
But don't forget, you know, living in a motorhome, the space is a lot more confined.
Do you like a Ferrero Rocher?
No, thank you.
No.
No.
Don't they look lovely? They are so nice, chocolates.
The space is so confined,
I don't leave it there.
but it gets dirtier faster.
Oh, God.
You know,
You're constantly cleaning.
You're constantly cleaning,
Well, it don't matter,
and
'cause it gives you-
especially with 2 dogs as well. You know, you're hoovering, and we still have all the mod cons. We've still got a proper hoover.
I don't know where the dust comes from. Because
Well,
in the bathroom, the toilet cassette has dust on it every time, and we wipe it every day. It's weird. Oh, I wonder if it's. Do you know what it could be?
from building site.
No, because no, it's like it all the time. It could be them towels, fluff off a towel.
I don't know. It's definitely something. Yeah, it's not easy.
What?
This life, not easy. It's not like a bed of roses.
Well,
And it's only any good whilst you're fitting well. I mean, I have to reiterate to people, you know, you've got to be fitting well to do this, because you know, when you're not fitting well, it's time for bricks and mortar.
Ferrero Rocher ice cream. I've never seen that before. Look at this. Let me just show you.
Why is it in there?
Has anybody ever seen these ice creams?
Why are you on an angle?
Because I can't see.
Ferrero Rocher ice cream, yeah, they'll cost a bleeding fortune. Stick with Aldi.
I'll just stick that on a stick.
You pushed me out of me. What's it now?
Well,
My chain of thought, and now it's gone.
you were on about it's not easy.
No.
Life.
But do you know something?
Well-
If I could give anybody any advice,
It's not cheap.
if you're in a decent financial position, and you've got a kind of trade that you can move about with, there's no better life. There really isn't. No better life. Yeah, you've got to buy the motorhome, and this weren't cheap. And we've had adaptations made to it which weren't cheap. And the upkeep of it isn't cheap.
It's not
The
cheap to do it.
fuel isn't cheap.
It's not cheap week to week. It's
The
not
gas isn't cheap.
Cheap. It's not cheaper than an house, really. If you've got an house with
It's
no
not.
mortgage on it, it's no cheaper.
It's not.
It's
No.
not, it could be dearer actually if you're on parks all the time.
Yeah.
So it's not that.
But it's the freedom.
Yeah.
You know, you've got that freedom. You know, if you choose, you can wake up every morning to a different back garden. You know,
You ain't got to cut grass.
you ain't got to cut the grass either. And the dogs love it. And you'd think them being confined to a small space, you'd think that they wouldn't. But this is all they know. They don't know anything else. Our buddy, yeah, he lived in the house for a short while. But he did come out in the motorhome with us.
They couldn't wait to get it.
Straight away, he came out with us. Dion, on the other hand, she's been brought up from a baby in this motorhome. You know, she's never slept in a house. She's always been in here. So it's all she knows, you know. But if you've got the finances to do this, you know, I mean, one important factor is, as a couple, if you're doing it as a couple, you've got to be pretty solid. If you're not solid and there's big cracks, them cracks are just going to become bigger in no time, you know. So you do have to really get on and think from the same hymn book, because otherwise
You've got to get on.
you do. You know,
If you're arguing all the time and bickering,
it ain't my word.
it'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. Yeah. it would.
Imagine if we fell out. We don't fall out, do we?
No. But you know, it's a great life, and I've had so many people who've said, you know, they'd love to do it, in my opinion, you can't do it on a whim. If you're doing van life, you can't do it on a whim. We didn't do it on a whim. No, financially.
Oh, sorry,
You know,
I thought you meant...
you can't buy yourself a £3,000 van
Oh, no,
and kit it out.
I thought you meant on a whim, so
You
just
know,
do it out at the
your van
windows.
needs to be insulated. You need to have some sort of showering facility, some sort of cooking facility. You need to, you know, heating. It needs to be insulated.
I thought you meant on a whim was in not planned. Let's just do it and go, because we kind of did, didn't we?
We did, but
We talked
we were
about it.
throwing it around for a year before,
Oh, yeah.
weren't we? We just didn't think it had come so soon. We didn't
When
think
time
Cheska
came.
would go so
No.
fast. But when the time came, we were ready for it. I mean,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
still throwing shit about now. You know, do we buy a trailer to put the car on? Do we take the car around with us? But then when we're parking up in a big lay-by and stuff, do we feel safe parking up in a big lay-by with a car attached to the back of the motorhome? Do we buy a trailer? Do we pull a trailer around with us all the time? It's just, you know, constantly adapting to stuff, but thinking of the pros and the cons, you know. And a car on the back sounds fantastic. How often we'd use it, I'm not too sure. If we put a car on the back, it would mean that we would have to use sights most of the time. And we don't want to use sights most of the time. We didn't have this adapted to use sights. We have 6 solar panels on the roof. We have a nice big inverter underneath the seats. We have 2 big lithium batteries. You know, so we got 240 volt all the time. We can use the air fryer when we like. We can use the microwave. We can use air dryer. We can use anything basically that plugs into the wall. We can use it off grid. So we don't need to hook up. And in the summer, there's plenty of power comes in from the solar panels to recharge up the lithiums. Whenever we're travelling, our split charge recharges up the lithiums. So we kind of, you know, we have plenty of power. So we don't want to go on parks all the time. And it's not a financial thing. It's not that we can't afford to do that. It's just we can't see the point in doing it. So it's just kind of a moving round thing all the time. And meeting different people, you know, which we enjoy doing. And we've met a lot of people over here in Benidorm. We've been introduced to a lot of people. You choose who you want to hang around with and you choose who you want to stay clear of. And there's not really anybody we've stayed clear of. They've all been nice, decent people, which you usually find with motorhomers. You know, if they've spent quite a lot of money on their unit, they're going to be a decent person anyway, unless they've won the lottery. But we have all our own facility here. I don't know whether I've showed you around Motorhome before. If you want to have a quick peek at it, let me just have a look and just... I don't know whether I've kicked you off here, guys. Let's just show you. So we have the front area, and we can turn the seats around. So we call them, they're called captain seats. So we can turn the seats around, and it gives us more seating. We have a long bench seat here, and we have a long bench seat at the other side as well, and a little table there. Well, that's where I do my vlogging. You know, all my editing for my vlogging. We have additional lighting everywhere, so I've turned this light on now. Yep, we've got more lighting up there as well. We have a nice roof light up there. So I'll turn this one off. At night time we've got the light underneath there, which I'm turning on and off now. If you can see that. That's a night light. We'll have our CCTV, which is up on the wall, up on the thing there. So whenever we're out we can see the dogs. And we can hear them, and we can also talk to them, and they can't get to this unit with it being high up. We also have Sonos in here as well. So a Sonos is connected up to the internet and our Amazon and everything, so we can play all music through there.
We've got a lamp. But
We've had a
Dion's
lamp, but Dion's decided to go on a chewing spree, and how she didn't blow herself up, I've got no idea. So I've got to rewire that lamp. We've got our control panel up here, and that controls everything that we do, shows our wastewater and all of our functions there, power and things like that.
Have you seen our east sat?
We also have then our heating as well, so that gives us our inside temperature, and we can also put like our hot water on. We can put on our if I turn that on there, that also like takes off the gas and puts us onto electric for the heating system. We've also got our freezer, which we don't put a lot in there. It struggles to stay frozen over hot periods. Our fridge, we don't have a great deal in there because we eat out most of the time, so we just have bits and bobs in there. And then we have this cupboard here, which our table goes inside, and we have a drawer down the bottom here, which we put bits and bobs in there. Then we have our kitchen.
So you're getting fed then.
So we've got a full-size cooker, and the hob is here underneath there, so we've got 4 hobs as well. And then we've got our storage, which opens up. We've got all our bits and bobs in there. And then we've got our drawer as well, our knives and forks, and a shit drawer with all the crap in it. Some cups. We've got our toaster out, so we do have quite a lot of toast. And our air fryer. We've got the microwave up here as well. And then up here we have all our pans and things like that. Food's up in this one. All our bits and bobs for our food. Got bits in there, bits in there. And then on this one here is our control unit. So that controls everything. And there's our little Wi-Fi box there to give us our Wi-Fi. We've got all storage up here. We call this the attic, because we don't have an attic, so this is our attic, and these are all storage. You could have gone for the bed option, which comes across here. I have a bed up there, but we don't want a bed. We don't want to take people with us, so we did away with that. And then if I move you into the bathroom, we use this. You'll always use different areas for things. So this is our bathroom, okay, and we'll put our dressing gowns, hang our dressing gowns in here. We've got a good shower, and the water is red up. Moving on from there, we have the bathroom. So this is our bathroom. It's not massive, but our toilet there, radiator, because we have radiators in this motorhome, so the radiators keep everything nice and warm. And if you think that we have, like, you know, when you used to put a tap on and you get really slow water, our water's actually, it's pretty good in here, and it's red up because we keep it nice and warm. And then into the bedroom, we have a telly up here, and our clock, and then we've got another Sonos unit on the wall there. So our Sonos unit, they connect to each other, so we have music all around. Nice roof light up there, and then we have storage up there with all our jeans and everything. We have another cupboard here, and we have another cupboard at the other side as well. We've got cupboards down here, and we've got cupboards underneath there as well, and we've got drawers underneath here as well, underneath the bed. And there's all lights on there, and then we've got additional lighting as well. So we've got plenty of lighting in here. And then at night time, we can close that door. So we've got the door closed there. So when Dale has a shower, I have a shower, we shut that door, and we've got this whole area to yourself. And then if you wanted to if we have guests and they want to use the toilet, we can shut that door. Therefore then they're in the toilet. Then we've got a bit of storage for our shoes and things. And then we have storage underneath all this seating as well. For plenty of that. And then an extra that we put on the motorhome as well was an air conditioning unit. So, and this is it's cool air and it's heating as well. So if we want to heat the motorhome up quite fast, we put that on, and it will go into heat mode, and eat us up. And then we've got a PIR up there for the alarm system, so we can turn off the PIR when we've left the dogs in on their own, and it won't set the alarm off. And then we have another telly at the front, and this telly at the front also packs away like that, and that packs away for travelling. And then that's about it. And then we've got all window blinds which we can close, and there's a blind up here that can close. We have nice curtains that will close, and Dale's got a glass of governor. Is it any good?
Yeah, it's quite nice. What is it?
The governor.
The governor. Aldi.
Yeah.
Right, Aldi? No. Oh, Lidl.
It's from...
Lidl.
I don't know where it's from.
I don't know. Well, literally.
One of the ladies on the side.
We got talking to this lady that's about
Michelle.
Michelle. And the first time we spoke to her, I think.
I've spoken to them before.
Oh, have you?
Her and Lisa, yeah.
When I come back that night, I got a bottle of this red wine.
At front door.
So I am actually going to go and get a bottle of white wine that I like.
Yeah.
If I can find it.
Yeah.
And I'll pop it down, tell her thank
Give
you.
her a bottle of wine. When we get home, we're going to buy an awning. So we have a nice awning attached to the side of the motorhome, which will give us
Definitely.
double our space for when we're over here in Spain.
It's a must, really.
It is.
It's only for these two.
Yeah.
It just lets them run in and out.
And then we'll kind of get blow-up furniture and stuff like that in there. So we've got like a sofa in there and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's about it. You know, it's got everything that we need. We're happy with it. Though I have been looking at a different motorhome. So
Oh, well, no, I like this. We're staying in this.
we might stay in it for another while. Another year or two, maybe. And then move on. You know. So, anybody's got any questions over what we do, and wants any advice,
Yeah.
I can only give you it from our perspective. You know what I mean? I can only tell you what we think and the way that we kind of do it all.
Well, there's us two in here, and with two dogs, and we don't find it cramped at all, do we?
No.
We have really adapted to the space,
Yeah.
and it's not like we're not tripping over each other.
Well, you trip over my legs all the time.
Well, yeah, I do, but it's because
you trip over my legs at home,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
yeah.
Even if I was at one end of a room and you was at the other end of the room, you'd still trip over my legs.
And the dogs are in and out. We take them out plenty. They were all the time, so they're fine. And
Well, they don't exactly look sad, do they?
no,
Do you know what I mean?
To be honest, let's be honest. Even at home, if we were at home,
We wouldn't spend as much time with the dogs as we do.
no, but they are glued to us. They are like Velcro, like somebody said. So even if we're at home, even though you've got the space to walk around, the only place there would be is inside your lap.
They would, yeah.
I mean, if I moved now into the bedroom, or one of us went in,
They'd follow you.
They'd be straight in.
They would.
Oi!
She's a little bugger.
She is.
She looks like butter won't melt, and she's a sod. But I tell you what, guys, there's nothing more satisfying, and she's on the clock, or she's on the dot. 20 minutes past 9 in the morning, we get our faces licked.
Yeah, and your ears,
she
your
is
nose.
on the dot. I don't know how she does it.
And what she does every morning, when I lay, say you laid like that with your head on the pillow, what she does now is she comes to the side and she gets like scurries under my neck, and she does it every single morning, the same thing.
She's a bugger. But you won't. That's one thing you get every morning. You know, they don't have narc on. They're not Mardy.
No.
All they want is a bit of fuss to say hello. They want taking out, letting out, one at a time. Wee in a poo, come back in. They want the food, and then they just go crazy for an hour, don't they? But I'll tell you something else. With these dogs, she can get us up at 20 past 9. I can get up and let them out. I can feed them. I can get back in bed, and they'll follow. And they will stay in bed until we get up. They'll go back to sleep, and if we get up at 12, they'll get up at 12. If we get up at 1, they'll get up at 1. That's one thing about them. They just don't care. They're not needy like that. I don't know what she's getting from this. I've no idea what she's getting
She's
from
been
it.
at that for months.
She has. And she loves it. You love it, don't you, Bobby?
Well, put it this way, you know about it if he takes it off her.
Look at her. What have you got? Hey?
She scratches it now, look.
What you got there, little girl?
I'll
Look
tell you
how
what,
she does
they've
that with
been
your
worth every
paws.
bloody penny, a £3 or whatever they
I
were.
know, it's right in the middle of them.
There's a bit left in that. The other one, I think I don't know. How on earth do they manage to... On the other one, it's still quite long. But they've still managed to get it all out.
She's got a long tongue, though.
Well, she has.
Hasn't she?
Yeah, she has.
I mean, she has got a long tongue on her. What a cockapoo. So, guys, we hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a vlog. And just a little bit of the life of living on the road, I suppose.
And now we're going to go get on a scooters and have
Yeah.
a ride on the Vanty Beach.
Yeah. I mean, the scooters were like 420, 430 euros. Plus helmets, plus chains. And they're the best investment we've done. On my scooter, I've done about 380 miles now on mine. And Dale's I only got Dale's like last week, but he's still done about 110, 120 miles. And that's the thing about Spain, about Tenerife. That's where Dale's brother's gone at the moment, as that's in me. The great thing about Benidorm is you're allowed to ride the scooters on the roads and the cycle lanes. So you go into the cycle lanes, and they're limited to 15, 16 mile per hour, which is fast enough. And they've got look at this. Hello, darling. This is about getting a morning. Hello, sweetie. Who's a good girl? And it's fantastic. So we do understand that we bought these scooters and they're only any good for Europe, really. But we'll use them 3 months, not for 3 months. Back for 3 months, not for 3 months. We don't care. But we can get to so many places now on these scooters. They're just brilliant. They're just brilliant. And for me, they're better than a bike. And we get around about 20 miles a battery. So 20 miles is absolutely plenty. I mean, even if we went to, where is it, Altea or where, over Dale?
Sorry?
Where is it, Altea or Albia?
Albia.
If we went to Albia, we can get there.
You get to Altea.
If we want to go to Altea, we can get there. If we want to go to Finistrat, we can get there. They're just great. They are. They're just great. So I hope everybody's well and you're all having a great time in England. We get home on my first gig back's on the 4th of April. So we are thinking about our shuttle is on the 29th of March. So we are thinking about stopping off to London for a couple of days on our way home. A slight detour because we'll be going over the Dartford. We'll be going onto the Dartford Tunnel anyway, and that's the way we go when we're going to the park in London. So I think we might have just maybe 2 nights in London before we make our way back home and get settled in before I get back to working again. So and the thing is like, because we've come for January, February and March, Dion, come down. January, February and March, when we get back in April, it's not going to be as cold. The clocks will have changed, so the nights won't be as dark. So it's kind of a win-win. January, February, March here. April, May, June, back home. So nicest weather. July, August, September, we're going to fry here like sardines. And then October, November, December, back home to do the kind of Christmas work, Christmas with family, things like that. And then again, 1st of January, boom, straight back onto the tunnel, straight back over here. Usually takes around about, we scheduled 4 days to get here. And when I say I put my foot down, I didn't put my foot down as in speed, but I just put my foot down and I says to Dale, I'll just do 8, 9, 10, 11 hours driving each day. I said, I just want to get there. I don't want to muck about. And the airs, the motorway airs on the way here, they're not safe to stay in. We've been warned by a lot of people because they get robbed. So we did stay in a motorhome there, but it looked quite a safe one, and thankfully we was okay. And that was over at where was that, Dale?
Oh, I can't remember.
Was it at Rouen?
Just past. Oh, it was about 20 minutes from there.
Just past Rouen, because we couldn't find somewhere in Rouen to stop. And then we carried on driving then. Through, and the next day we set off about 7:30 in the morning, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we went then from Rouen as it broke.
That's what bloody €3 gets you.
Is that your new belt?
Yeah.
Has it had it?
Yeah.
Has it had it already?
Look at it.
Look at this, guys. Cover up your blah blah. Dale went to the market today. Pull your stomach in, just hold it in. Went to the market today and he come back with this belt and he went, I've just got this belt. He said, it's really good. And it smells like leather. It does smell like leather.
And it looked really strong and feels strong.
It's shit.
And look, I've only had it 4 hours. That's about to snap off.
So have a look at it. Closer. Ah.
Look.
Word of advice, guys. Do not buy a belt from the market.
You see, I could take it back. But I can't for €3. I mean, for €3.
No, that's not the point.
No, it's not, is it?
The point's not it's only cost €3. The point is it's unusable.
It's no wonder she's got chuffing hundreds in them.
He swore then. I don't know. What's it like? So, so we went to, and then when we'd left Rouen, I just kept driving and we went through Le Mans and got us to Saragossa. We found a park up in Saragossa for the night, and
no, it's not my new belt. I've just changed my jeans and they were on them.
You idiot!
That's my new belt. What am I chuffing on with?
That's your new belt.
That's the old one. That's the new one. I thought it felt different. Oh, it's alright. I got it wrong.
You're not a full shilling. And we then went from Rouen. I drove all the way through Le Mans, and from Le Mans we went through to Saragossa. We stopped for the night in Saragossa, and then when I woke up the next morning, I said to Dale, I don't want to stay here for another day. We'd already scheduled not to go on the park while the 6th, and this was the 3rd, weren't it? The 3rd.
Yeah, we were early.
So I had to ring up the park and ask them if we could come 2 days early. And we arrived about 4 o'clock on the 4th. First, yeah. We left at midnight on the 1st after my gig. Drove to Folkestone. Picked up the AHCs for the dogs on the morning. We boarded the shuttle at about 11 o'clock. Yeah, 11 o'clock. And so we stayed overnight that night in that air. The next night we stayed over at Saragossa, and the next day we was here. So 1,200 odd miles. Just thought, bugger it, just get here. And we paid for tolls as well. So if anybody wants to know how much toll fees are, the toll fees were about 120, 130 pounds. But it saves us going on side roads. By the time I'd have finished doing all the roundabouts and everything on a side road, it'd have cost that extra in fuel, wear and tear and everything else, and a new gearbox, so even though we're automatic. So it was just easier to do what we did. She sat on windowsill, look. This is what she does. You on my windowsill? Hey lady? You on the windowsill? She sits on windowsill when we go out. Watches for us coming back. He just goes to sleep. He ain't bothered. I'm talking about you, lady. I am. Right, guys. This time round, I am going to get going because it's 11 o'clock and 11 p.m. And I'm going to have a shower and then we're going to go out for a ride on the bike, on the scooters. So have a good one. Thanks for joining us. Please, 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 if you're watching this, please subscribe. We're trying to get these subscriptions up. And the last count I did was 318. Which isn't bad because when we set off for here, how many did we have, Dale, when we set off for Spain?
What?
Subscribers. We had about
100.
Did we have 100? 98.
About 98.
So we've not done bad. You know, we've gained ourselves another 298, another 220 subscribers. But please subscribe, like our content. The more subscribers we get, the more likes we get, the more comments we get, the more enthusiastic we get, and you know, we'll spend more time doing content of all different types, you know. So like I say, please subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next vlog. Say bye bye, Dale.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.